Hi, everybody, and welcome to Hello Maria. It's me, Maria, your host, and I'm so happy you're here listening to our newest episode. Hello Maria is a podcast created to talk about everything that life throws at you. Because remember, every friendship starts with a hello. Hi, everybody, and welcome back. I'm so excited to tell you what I've been up to. I know that it's been like pretty much like a year since my last post, but but I'm excited to be back and I'm excited to tell you all about it. Today's episode is pretty much about new life, new changes, new country, new world, you know. So finally, I'm actually in the United States of America. I actually moved a couple months ago. Um, and you cannot imagine how much I miss home. I really miss home. And it's not because like America's such a bad place, but it's actually really wonderful. It's just a little bit cold, but it's actually really wonderful. There's a lot of things to do here, but the thing is that I miss home. I just miss having family. Even though I'm here with my husband, I'm my husband's family. It's not the same, you know. I'm I'm, I don't have friends here, and besides that, I do not speak Spanish as much, and I miss speaking Spanish. Sorry, and the fact that I am able to. By the way, I've been going through a whole year plus of learning French. Besides having my French classes that are like from I started taking those classes back in Panama, and they're online. So it's a great opportunity. So I was taking these classes with a French professor. So I'm doing that online, and they are in Panama. So we can speak Spanish a little bit when we are in classes, but it's mostly French. So it's not that much of Spanish, but I miss it. I'm happy. I'm learning a new language too. I'm actually getting better at it, but also I miss having that camaraderie that us Latinos have. Um, I joined before I moved here. I joined a group of Panamanians that lived in the area, but I think that because of the probably the what can I call it, like the age difference. So people that are in this group, no shame, they're older. They have their own families, their own problems, their own everything. So generationally speaking, we're not in the same phase of life. It's not the people that I can go shopping with or talk about like gossip or what's happening in the country and stuff like that. And just sending memes and TikTok videos every now and then. So it's been a lot of growth, a lot of new experiences. I was able to see a dolphins for the first time, and I was excited because I've never seen a dolphin in my life, even though I live in a country that they have dolphins, but you cannot see them if you are in the city. You have to go like really off. So I've never done that before. So I saw dolphins. I was so excited. I saw a Nemo fish. So that's a clownfish, but I call it a Nemo fish and a dory fish. I forgot the name for the dory fish, but like it was exciting because those are things you see in the movies, and I've never seen it before, and it was so exciting when I went to the aquarium and I saw those things. And second of all, I also was able to see snow. It's so amazing. It's so cold though, but it's so amazing to see it fall. Unfortunately, the snow that we had this year in Maryland, that's where I'm living now, was not dense enough to make uh, um, snowballs and have snowball fights, or it was not dense enough to actually have to build a snowman. I built a really, really ugly snowman, but it was not really good because the snow was so like what can I call it? Like, it was like powder. It was like, they call it powder snow. So it was not as dense, but it piled up, but it was not as dense. So right now we are entering into the spring finally. I think that the what's the animal? It's like a prairie dog. I don't know what it is. The one that sees his shadow. I was supposed to like read about this before, but like, yeah. In February we had this cute, beautiful animal in Pennsylvania that didn't look at his shadow for the first time in a couple years. So allegedly, if he does not look at his shadow, it means that winter is over. Don't quote me on that. I'm still learning. But if they see their shadow, we get like 6 more weeks of winter. But I don't think he's all right. That's why we don't trust nature that much. Not even in Panama, because when they say like, oh, it's gonna rain, it's sunny all day, and it's hot as balls. So we don't trust nature when it comes to predicting nature. But because the next upcoming days were frigid cold, and we had 2 snows. So the reality is that, yeah, it was not right until now. We're in March, and I'm so excited to say that it's weather friendly to go outside without having that much clothes. I'm so excited because I had to buy so much clothes. Um Not so much clothes like that, but like I had to buy a lot of like undergarments, like compression sweaters for the cold and stuff like that I've never bought in my life. So I had to like stack up on those because I had like two, then I had to buy like two more because I was like, geez, I used this one before, and of course you are keeping your heat on, so you sweat even though it's cold. And you're not gonna realize until like, yeah, you smell the sweater. So yeah, so I had to have several of those, and the same with like, oh, a lot of the clothes that I brought here were clothes with no sleeves. I don't know why was that smart, but before I left Panama, I actually donated most of my clothes because I was like, yeah, bringing luggage with that much clothes that I didn't have that much, but I had a lot. I was shooting myself on my toe because those were clothes that I would never be able to use here. And the clothes that I brought was a lot of long dresses that I was able to camouflage and put like tights, like warmer tights, so I was not cold under the dress. So I'm so happy that I'm able to stop using boots because I bought high heel boots that I use occasionally, that of course I won't always use, but I had like winter boots. And the fact that I was only bound to using winter boots and using sneakers, I was stressed because I love using sandals. I love getting my nails done, and the fact that I have not been able to do that is weird. It's weird. I have not used high heels, like open toes high heels, in this past couple months because it's too cold for that shit. So I'm so excited that I'm gonna be able to do those things now that the weather is getting warmer. Or not warmer, it's actually getting like weather friendly. That's what I'm gonna call it now. But exactly about that. I'm so happy it's spring now. Yesterday we were able to just open all the windows, turn on the heater, save some power. I was like, yes, it's about time to save that power because those electric bills, I can't. I can't with the electric bills. I never know. I never knew that it was gonna be that expensive to live here. I had an idea. I lived here before, but I was on a scholarship. Everything was paid for, so I had a barely like idea of how it was. I only had to manage my survival. But here I realized how expensive is everything. Um, and power, energy, like it's really expensive. Because you have to have a heater. Um, and also you have to have a water heater and stuff like that. Because water here is like frigid. Like I remember in Panama, like yeah, water can be cold, but this is ice cold water. Like it's like they are throwing ice cubes on your face. So you always have to use a water heater. I couldn't even imagine. I believe that we pay sewage in Panama, but like when your water bill comes, it's not over like $10. Here you can spend like $50 on your water bill plus sewage. And I'm just like, what is there in the sewage? Because the most expensive thing there is sewage. And I'm just like, what is in sewage? Like, is it because I flushed too much? I don't know yet. So I'm still trying to like get a grasp on like the fact that everything's so expensive. The power bill, we've been able to create more smart solutions, I would say. We have around like 3 or 4 smart plugs. We have around 4 or 5 smart bulbs. So the reality is that we are trying our best to like get our lights off if we're not using it and just cut the power from them. I think the most of the problem right now with our power bill is the fact that it was cold and we needed the heater. And this is the first time that my husband was renting. So he was not like familiarized with like heating procedure. And the fact is that there's different ways to heat your house. There's oil, there's electric, there's, I think it's gas. I am not sure. Don't quote me on that. So, we didn't know that we couldn't be switching um our thermostat that often. So we didn't thought that we did it that crazy while, but we had it on 72. And then when we were out of the house, we switched it to 68. So when we did our research and everything afterwards, because our power bill was almost getting to $100 to $200 a month, and I was like, we have to do research about this. And then I realized that switching too much your thermostat can affect the pricing of your power. So that stopped, and we fixed it to a 70 degrees all day long thing. And sometimes it was cold, so we got a bunch of blankets. So it's been let's say an experience, not just for me but for my dog, because my dog has never been in such cold weather, so she gets cold really easily. Um, and besides that, I think that's something that I've not said because I've been off podcasting for a while now, is that I've been crocheting. I learned how to crochet last year. I'm actually turning a year this March since the first time I started crocheting. And my crochet last March was really bad, really bad. And now I would say that I'm not a pro, but I'm actually really good at crocheting. I remember that I started with like ponytails, and then I wanted to do a blanket that didn't work out. Then I did an amigurumi class. I've never done or heard of amigurumis before, but I did that first class after I did a really ugly looking doll. Um, and after that, I learned how to do tulips. And after I learned how to do tulips, I started going into more in-depth stuff. And I started crocheting people, which was a great experience. I took a domestica course. Domestica courses are cheap and good. So I took a domestica course and I crochet amigurumi, which is a small plush toy of my husband. So it looked like my husband. It was dressed like my husband. I crochet all of that, and I also crochet one looking like me. So I had like a bunch of curly, long, luscious hair, which was really painful and stressful. Because I would say that the worst part of like building amigurumis is hair. So when I came here, I actually mailed a lot of stuff from my creative space. Um, and I brought a lot of my yarns, I love my sewing machine and my Cricut, like all that, my creative stuff, because I wanted to start creating stuff when I got here. And because I was gonna be I was gonna have a lot of idle time, but the fact that I don't, when I came here, I was not gonna have a job, or was not gonna have like much to do because my husband works a couple of days in the office. So I was like, I need to find something to do. So I started crocheting for the seasons. I crocheted a bunch of beanies. I would say I crocheted like 4 or 5 beanies, around like 7 scarves. And I also crocheted a tiny amigurumi. Well, it's not that tiny. It's actually pretty big. Amigurumi of Santa, of pink Santa, because I love pink. So I actually did that, crocheted with 2 different type of yarns, so that we have dimension and different type of feel to the Santa. So it was really good. It was a really good experience. But my level of amigurumi has gone like really far that I can do anything under the sun right now. And besides that, I started my first endeavor because I was telling my husband every day, I want to crochet a cardigan. So one day I just built myself to do it. Because I would say that last year people said like, oh, you should make something that you can wear. And I was like, ooh, I made a couple of bathing suits, like really nice crochet bathing suits. But I was like, I don't think I can make a full blown something, sweater, pants. Like, I don't think I can do something like that. But I was wrong. And I think that every time I've been proving myself wrong is that I can do even better. So I went to my favorite store for crafts here. There's a couple of options, but like this is my favorite. It's Michael's. I love that I get coupons, and I love that I can get my stuff that I need and the quality that I want. So I went to Michael's, bought 2 pounds of yarn, and I crocheted my first garment, which was a cardigan. I want to say that's really funny because it's really cozy. I love it, but it was a little bit big. Even though I don't know if I did something wrong, or maybe the yarn was too thick, that kind of add more size to it, but it's oversized. So it was supposed to be a medium, but it's kind of like a large. But I still love it. I still love it. I still use it. It feels so cozy. So it's the burgundy color, and I love it because it's something that I can wear when I don't want to wear like a whole entire big ass jacket. So it's cool. It's perfect for the spring. It's perfect for the season. But I would say that something that's really dear to my heart, it's how much time it took me to do it, and the fact that my husband loved it because it was my first garment. I felt that I don't know. I felt that I was completely like, oh my god, I did this, but yeah, it was not done. It was not done like my craziness. It was not done with the cardigan. But I had to go a step further from the cardigan, so I crocheted a dress. It took me a couple of days, like three and a half days, to crochet the whole entire dress. And it's actually beautiful. I cannot explain to you how beautiful it is. It's a mauve color, so it's a knee length type of dress, and it's really it has like, it's like this type of dress that is like really puffy, so it's like outwards, and it has like it's asymmetrical in the shoulders, so it's really really look good looking, that you can go to church with it, you can go to party with it, and it looks like really really beautiful. And I also crocheted a belt that you can tighten in a bow, and it looks amazing. um I guess that's my, well, I guess no, it's my latest project, and I'm so excited that I was able to go through it, even though it was really tedious. That's the only thing I would say, is that the difference between like crocheting amigurumi and crocheting an entire garment is the fact that I have a lot of anxiety with the fact that I want to see, and a lot of OCD, that I want to see things done. I want to see them done soon. I want to see how they look. I want to see how they make me feel. So the fact that it's a garment, it means that it's going to take you longer to get to the stage in which you can see it, touch it, wear it, show it off. It's going to take longer. Amigurumi can take me a day and a half, 2 days max. But with this, it's going to take me a couple of days. And with the cardigan, it took me like a week, because I had to stop after like I finished like the whole bodice, and then one of the arms. I was like, Jesus Christ, that was literally like really really like not just stressful, but it was a lot of crocheting and a lot of concentration, that I was like, I'm gonna leave it without an arm, and that's gonna be the look. But I eventually sat down and then crocheted the next arm, and then I had to assemble everything and crochet the pockets and stuff like that so I can get it done. So that took me a week because I was lazy and I didn't want it to finish after I crocheted that much. So what I do when it comes to like this type of arts, I take breaks, because after I do something, I take breaks. I actually did another project last week, but it was like a tiny project. So I did a beret. I always wanted to like have a beret, so I crocheted a beret. And also I crochet like a pocket for my Apple Pencil. So stuff that you need a day to day that I would rather crochet than buy. So that was a good thing I did. So it's been an experience. I want to crochet more dresses for my dog. That's a true statement. So I'm gonna see about that. Oh, and that's another thing. So I've been doing stuff now that I've told my husband that I need to be into the seasons. So I told my husband that now that we have our own place, I wanted to have something on our door for each holiday season or whatever. So for Christmas we had a wreath. And then when the Christmas season was over, Valentine's Day was over, so I went to Michael's and started like brainstorming on what I was gonna do. So I did a pompon with roses, on top of a wooden heart type of like door thing. So we hung that in the door for the whole entire Valentine's Day season. It was great. It was amazing. But then Valentine's Day was over. So I was like, what's next? It's St. Patrick's. So I was like, what can I do with St. Patrick's? So I had a couple of things that I brought that I never used. I had a metal ring. So I was like, maybe I should crochet something interesting to around this thing. So I decided to crochet items that are iconic to St. Patrick's, like treble or a pot of gold, like a green hat with like a small treble on the top hat, and a rainbow. So I crochet small plushies of amigurumis, put them in the ring, and actually made a whole entire door thing for that to decorate our door. So now I have to start a new project because Easter is coming too. And St. Patrick is ending like in a couple of weeks. So I have to start my new Easter project because Easter is in the same month as St. Patrick is. So I have to rush and see what idea will I have for Easter. I was thinking of actually doing I saw that they were selling like eggs, wooden eggs. So I'm gonna like put yarn around the wooden eggs and crochet tulips and put it around like a whole entire wreath so we can have a Easter wreath that's gonna last like 2 weeks because then I'll have to change it into something different that I'm not sure what it's gonna be. So I've been like investing myself in different projects and different everything, and that's how life has been going on. Except when I was fortunate after sending probably 1,000 of applications out to get different jobs after I came here. So I've been applying a lot. I finally was able to get an interview and I finally was able to get a job. I'm so excited. I have a job. And it was super crazy because a lot of people, well, my husband has also told me that some jobs here can be scams. So I was freaking out. But when I got this job and I was able to meet the recruiter and I was able to meet the people who I'm going to be working with, I was so excited because it was meant to be. It's not a forever job. Let me make that clear. It's a couple of months. So I'm a contract worker. But I hope that this is the start of me getting my foot in and trying different stuff. I think that I would do more of this type of like contract jobs because I feel that I will have time for myself and also to have time to dedicate to my family and the other things that I like doing in life. Of course, the baby making has not been successful because will be talking about it because yeah, it has not been successful yet. We have had a couple of mishaps, but I'm positive that it's gonna happen eventually. I think that I am getting a little more frustrated because it's been almost 2 years since we started trying. And since we had our first miscarriage, that was back in August of 2024. And the fact that we were able to heal and also grow from it, we eventually had another one the following year, and unfortunately we had another one this year. So that is a count of 3 miscarriages up to now. But we've been growing, and the thing is that we have not got tired of trying, which is great. And we're gonna keep trying until we get our miracle baby, our rainbow baby. So that's still in the front burner now. But I'm happy to say that it's going. It's going, and it will be good to grow out of it. Because the thing is that, I'm a good, like, I get little signs, because people say like, oh, how do you know you're miscarriaging? The thing is that it's different, it's different. It's more painful, but it's different. And every month I would have my cycle normally, and sometimes I would see like it's not normal. So yeah, like it's normal because, by the way, trigger warning, I had the surgery for fibroids a couple years ago, so it should be like a friendly period now, but like sometimes it's not that friendly. So that's how I know that sometimes it's not 100% normal period, but a miscarriage. So going out from the really bad stuff that we were talking about, I'm happy for what's to come. I'm excited. I want to go to Cherry Blossom Festival. That's something that I'm excited about, because it's Japanese culture. We love Japanese culture in this household. And I'm excited to do those things. So, well, I am happy that I was able to get back. I was able to have all the energy and all the good vibes to like start this podcast again, and you can hear everything and find everything great. And well, I'm gonna try to make this something of a weekly basis to tell you a little bit more about my life, my stories, and everything. So I'm happy that you're able to be here and stay here for this somewhat long podcast and hear a lot about me. I know it's a little bit self-centered, but like I would say that it's been such an amazing journey to learn and grow through this past couple of months and years. So I keep you posted on whatever comes. Thank you for listening to our latest episode. If you want to know more about my journey in this world, please follow me on social media. I'm always happy to make new friends, so don't hesitate to say hello. Because remember, every friendship starts with a hello.